I'll be sharing my screen now. We have completed up to operators, right, yesterday? Tell me, reply me. For the first 5 minutes, let's get interacted. We have completed until like up to operators, right? Guys, do you know how many, can any one of you say how many operators we have? Just tell me what are the operators you know in Python. Any of you? Are you really getting me? Are you really understanding me and understanding the class? Almost 60 people are in this session. At least no one know about any kind of operator. At least respond me on chat box or question and answers, like that answering one. So I'll be getting what you are like. What should I say? Tell you. Respond me on chat box, like I should get to know, right, how much you are getting me, like you are understanding the concept or not. I'll be checking my chat box. No replies, okay. Six operators, nice. Okay, arithmetic operators, special operators, fine. At least you guys know what I got to know what kind of operators we have, right? I was happy to know this. Like at least few of you are listening to the class. All right. Can anyone tell me about the concept of slicing or indexing? I think I have explained it twice, right? Just meaning of slicing or indexing. You both are correct, and thank you for responding. Today I'll be explaining you one more example for membership operators also. No need to worry. All right. Hmm. 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . . . 。 . . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 。 . 。 . 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。
All right. 。 .
Hmm. 。 . If we ask you guys to join before 6:30 or by 6:30, they'll be joining after 6:45 or something. Only I think 8 or 9 people has joined before 6:45. You always maintains time. Actually, internships are really important because nowadays, without an internship, without knowing, like not only internship, without having a subject knowledge, getting a job is difficult. Even though if you have communication skills, if you have a touch with any kind of programming, it would be easy. I hope few of you were practicing Python. Like you will be getting uh, vast of knowledge. Like you will be getting some doubts also. Like, but just by practicing only, you'll be getting any kind of coding language. Just remember it, guys, and practice. Just by listening, we don't get anything. We'll be just gaining some knowledge. Excuse me. So try to practice more so that you'll be gaining some practical knowledge by selecting a particular position or index. Yeah, done. You are right. I think you are the only two guys who are listening to the class. All right. Maybe it's a good it's really the framing of the definition is also good. It's just nothing but printing the element by selecting a particular position on the index. Indexing is nothing but what we do is like we'll be taking some sort of value, some sort of elements. We'll be giving their index position from 0 to some nth position. The first value will be starting with 0. So if you respond me when I was asking you any questions or any doubts, so that if there is no doubt, I can be going with other concepts. If you guys have any doubts, I'll be clearing those concepts because without getting knowledge with these previous topics or concepts, you can't get into modules. Like I mean, uh, advanced concepts. Without knowing the basics, you can't get into the modules. You don't understand anything without understanding about these um, basic concepts. Okay, let's get into the session today. And we know the keywords, variables, data types. I think you remembered all this, right? If not, we'll be providing that recorded classes also. You can listen to them. If any of the people were lagging or haven't understand the topic, just go through the recorded classes. You may feel like listening to these classes are burden to us. But if any of the people or any of the student were having doubts, you can at least it will not be I can't tell you I will be telling I am not telling you like it will be cleared and like surely like 100%, but it will be cleared until some 60 or some 70%. Your doubt will be cleared, right? All right. Any of them are in lobby? is waiting in lobby. No one. Right. Yeah. Let's get in the PT. We have learned all this, right? Less comprehension, tuple, or intersection, unique, set, pop option, dict items, identifiers. Identifier is similar to, like, it is nothing but a variable name or function name. I think you got that concept right. And we have learned about operators, arithmetic operator, relational, logical, bitwise, special operator, whereas bitwise or, bitwise complement. We have many kinds of bitwise operators. Now special operators has two. One is identity operator, whereas another one is membership operator. Identity operator and membership operator are similar, but according to situation we'll be using these two kind of operators. Like what? Let's see this example. Why we got true? That would be the question, right? We are taking that. We are saying variable consists of, like, variable equals to India is great. Let's take some other example for this. Just a minute, guys. Sorry. Okay. Just see here. Variable equals to India is great. I have taken India is great variable, where I want to print what I want to print. Great in variable. Like in variable, great is there. The great is the word. Great is the element which is consistent, which is in variable. This is what we got print. We have to print it. So that we are having great in variable, right? That's why it was printed as true. Where if I want to print hello not in variable. Actually, there's no statement here. I'll show you. Rather than you want the one guy who is it? I'm finding only one person here in lobby. Who's the other guy? Alright. Let's open ideally. Let's write a program for this. Variable equals to I'm a student, or Hyderabad is a beautiful city. Yeah, beautiful city. Print beautiful look at it, it was very annoying. Like if you guys come before on if you guys are on time, it will not be such annoying. We can't always, there's no need of always going to lobby and present you. Variable. Now let's run. Before running, we have to save it, right? I'll save it in practice sheet. I'll save it as program. Sorry, I haven't defined it. Beautiful city. Why it was showing error? Done a mistake here. Let me run this. We'll be getting beautiful and variable. Now let's go with some other example. where in what happens is that it returns the true value in a sequence if a specified value, that is specified value, is present in the variable or an object. If a specified element is in that variable or an object, it will displace it as true. Where if it is not in true, how we can say it is not in true? Was like when we write x not in y, even when the value is not in this variable or an object, it will return true. But here I have written to make it clear. Going with it. You can see here I have taken a equals to 10, b equals to 20, where list of numbers, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If A in list, let's take A in list, print line 1, A is available in the given list. If we have A in the list, what we want? Line 1 should be printed as A is available in the given list. Or else, like by using if else statement, this will be covering in the next part of the session. Look at the code first. Print line 1, A is not available in the given list. If else, what we should do? We should print print A is not available in the given list. Let's take even B. B is not in the list. If B is not in the list, print line 2. B is not available in the given list. Print line 2. B is available in the given list. If it doesn't print B is not available in the given list, then will be then it will be printed as B is available in the given list. Now see this. If A in the list, print line 3, A is available in the given list. Else print line 3, A is not available in the given list. There is nothing in this. It's not that big code. Actually what it is, like if we want to get an element to be printed, which is not available or which is available in the list, by using if else statement, you'll be getting this in parenthesis. Yeah, It takes lots of time. That's why I was not doing a live coding. Only for few programs I am doing a live code. You can see here line 1, A is not available in the given list. Okay, let's see the code. What we asked, A in the list. If A in the list, we are thinking A is in the list. Like we have list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? We are thinking A is in the list. So we thought of printing it, A is available in the given list. A is not available here, right? That's why we asked this compiler to this program, like in this program we have printed by using else, like line 1 A, in line 1 A is not available in the given list. If the first statement is wrong, it will go if it is false, it will be going to else statement. You can see here line 1 is A is not available in the given list. Next, you can see print line 2, like we want B not in the list. We are saying B not in the list. Print line 2, B is not available in the given list. Print line 2 or else print line 2, B is available in the list. If the first statement is false, we will be getting in the second statement. But what we have got, let's see this. B is not available in the given list. We got if statement printed. Next, if A in the list, A equals to 2, we have taken A equals to 2. We have to check whether A is in the list or not. We have A in the list, right? Then what will be getting printed? Line 3, A is available in the given list, or or else print line 3, A is not available in the given list. What it will be printing? Line 3, that is A is available in the given list. This is how the membership operators work. It is like like true or false. It is like true or false. If it is right, it will be giving one sort of statement. If it is false, it will be giving one sort of result. There's nothing more about it. I hope you guys have cleared about membership operators, right? Let me, can I get in, can I go into another topic? I think it's clear, right? Just give a thumbs up if it is clear. This code will be very, it looks very typical to understand, but it's really easy when you get into it. Now let's get into flow control statements. What is meant by flow control statement? Where these, before getting into like flow control statement is nothing but they are control statements. In simpler words, how can we say is that it helps the users to specify the order of execution of instructions present in the program. It was like it will tell us about the order in which the execution, the step-by-step procedure of execution, where by using some instructions. This is said to be control control flow statements or flow control statements. Like these make the program possible to make certain decisions. Like it may be true, or like it may be like by using some operators you'll be getting some elements, right? In the same way, it will be it will make the program to take some decisions like that, and it performs tasks repeatedly, and it helps us to perform tasks repeatedly. And we can jump from one line of code to another line, like one section of code to another section of line. This was the all about flow control statements. Like they are easy to, they are just normal, they give instructions to how to execute code, where this makes it possible to make the program more make it to take some certain decisions or certain things to sort out, where it can perform repeatedly number of numerous tasks, where and also it can jump from one section of code to different section of code. Next, we have three types of control flow statements. They are decision making statements, looping statements, and branching statements. Sorry guys. Now there are three flow control statements or control flow statements are there. One is decision making statements, other is looping statements, and third one is branching statements. Let's get into conditional statements first. Conditional statement is similar to decision making statements. Decision making statements and conditional statements are same. We'll be calling it conditional statements. Conditional statements. So conditional statements consist of if else, elif. It's not else if, it's elif. It's elif. We'll be having three conditional statements. One is if else, and else. In if else, what will happen is, to test a specific condition, if the condition is true, a block of code will be executed. I have told you in the previous case of code, in this code, like if the condition, if it accepts the condition, then we'll be telling it as, we'll be getting the result as true. We'll be getting the statement printed. If it is true, it will be printed. It will not goes to else part. This is how if statement works. Let's see how it works. If condition and statement, I'll be telling you with example with this code itself. You can see here what we want. I said A in the list. I want A to be in the list, right? So if it accepts, if the A is really in the list, it will print the line A, line 1, A is available in the given list. It is not printed, right? Sorry. It was not in the list, right? Then it throws an error in if statement. When it goes to if else, this is called if else code, where we get in if else statement. It is similar statement to if, but fact is that it also checks for false condition. Like we are only checking for true condition in if condition, if statement. In if else statements, we will be checking for true and false, both of the conditions. Right? Are you following me? Guys, are you following me? Guys, are you following me? Are you getting me? Getting my point? Chalo, let's get into this. In if else, what will happen is it will check for both true condition and false condition. But in if condition, it will only check if statement. It will only check for true condition. If it is not true, it will not print anything, or it will raise an error. And we know that already we have executed this code, and we got the result also. If the if condition is true, it will be printing like this, the third statement, like it is available in the given list, or it is available in the given set. It will be printing like this, or else it will be printing it is not. If in if else will be getting it is not available in the given list, like it's a false statement. We'll be getting the false statements in if else. When we get into nested if statement, there is nothing but elif. In elif, if the condition is true, we have any number of elif depending on need. What will happen with elif is that like it is called as nested if statement, because it can be used many times. It can be repeated many times. It will be repeated according to our need. If we take if condition as if condition, what can we take? We have a good number of students. Like we have a good mannered, good disciplined students. Let's take we have good disciplined students. Then if we take elif condition as if we have only few certain number of good students, and else statement as we don't have good students, or we don't have a good disciplined students. If we want to repeat the elif statement, we can repeat it many times. Let's see examples for these codes. For if statement, I wanna take the code of voting. I think all of you have voted for 1 or 2 times. I think you have voted for 1 time, right? So let me take the election as the theme. If what I want, I have taken user input as int input, enter any kind of number, like we'll be entering any kind of age here. If the user is greater than 18 years, he or she is eligible for vote. This is what we want to print. Or else statement will be seeing later. We want to print that if the person is older, like if the person is greater than 18, he should be printed as it should be printed as he is eligible to vote. Let me run the code. Oh, sorry. Yeah, the bracket is close. Everything is fine. Some indentation errors may occur. You can see here I got enter any number. I want to enter some 24. Now click on enter. What it is saying, name user input is defined. Did you mean user input? No, not that. It will be showing an error because have to check lobby all the time. What we thought of printing, if user input is greater than or equals to 18, we should print you are eligible. See what's happening. Okay, user input was not defined. I'll be giving some sort of '70 run. Now this. Enter age. If I enter 18, let's see what it throws. It is showing user input is not defined. I have given input, right? Sometimes ideally will not work at all, work good. Let's take input as this ideally really gives lots of errors. Oh, sorry. Now run the code. This is how we get. There's a little error in the code. I'm sorry for that. This is that I told you, right, some case when due to some Python is a case sensitive, right? So I have done a mistake here in the part of user. So if I enter any other number also it will display. If I want to, if I was 20, if I was entering some 25 years, let me click on enter. It will show I'm eligible to vote. If I run it again, if I run this code again, if I enter 17 or 15, let me enter 15. Now hit on enter. It will not display anything. In if else if statement, what it happens is if we are what I have given as input, if anyone is 18 plus, they are eligible to vote. If the person is below 18, it will not print anything. This is what we get. Next, let's go with if else statement. let's see this code. If else was very easy, just like if. I want to print if the number is even, if the number is divisible by 2, I want to print, I would like to print it as even. If not, it will be printed as odd number. Everything in statement here. Maybe indentation errors may be occur. I'll be entering some number as 73. Enter. Number is odd. You can see here what we have mentioned. If I have taken as user input as it should be divisible by 2. If whatever the number I have entered here should be divisible by 2. If it satisfies the condition, then I ask the if statement to print. I have asked the compiler to print that number is even, or else it will be printed as odd. Let me try one other time. Run module. What can I enter? Okay, I'll be entering 26. 26 is what kind of number it is? Odd or even? It's a even number. Enter. It is printed as number is even. This is how it works. If and else, like if else statement will be working like this. Next, let's get into some other topic, that is multiple conditions. In multiple conditions, this is nothing but if else kind of statement, if else kind of program. Just see this. If we have multiple conditions, we'll be using elif statement that I have already told you. We'll be, for repeating the things or repeating the code also, we'll be using elif statement. So let's see this code. Let's see this. Okay. First thing what we want to write is like age, we have to write that, give the input to it, that is age, where age is 18. You are going to just print, if the age is less than 18, print you are very young to get married. Like if the age is above 60 or above 60, we have to print that you are old for marriage. Where in else, what we do is we want to give, like we will find a perfect partner for you. In else, sorry, for us, I haven't given any kind of statement. The age is between 18 to no need of giving a condition, because we are providing two conditions, right? We are using ellipse statement here. So if it satisfies those conditions, if it doesn't satisfy those conditions, then we will be getting we will be finding you a correct, like a perfect match. Now let's run the code. String, oh yeah, okay. Haven't closed this string. Run the code. I'll be entering age as 35. Enter. We will find a perfect match for you. This is what it has shown. This is how it will be printed. Again, I'll be trying with, I'll be running the code. Let's say age is some 75, 76. You'll be clicking on enter. You are too old to marry. This is how the ellipse statement it was printed here. Ellipse statement is used for repeating statements. We can give one more statement here also. Uh, less than 30, less than 40. Let's take less than 40. I'll be giving one more ellipse statement. Is less than and greater than 50. Enter. Print you can't get married. You can't marry this age. Um, let's run this. I'm showing. Sorry. Let me run. I want to. I said more less than the if the age is greater than 40. Display it. You are too old to marry. And if I display 50, more than 50, I said you should not marry or something. I'll be taking the age as 53. Enter. Not too old for marry. This is what we get. Because we can use how many statements we want in this elif kind of statement. We can use any number of statements. If I take the age as 80, I may be printed with both of the options. I'll be entering some 67. Enter. You can't marry in this age. This is what printed. Because I said right, if it is above 80, you are too old for marry. If it is above 50, you can't marry in this age. I have already given this elif statement. This is how if, elif and else if else works. Once you practice this, it will be like you can play with this code with number of exercises. We can be use this in practical situations also. Just like in our college instance or any kind of what can I tell you, in daily basis, which we see in daily basis. Voting system is the one which we always see when there are some elections, right? Next, let's get into iterative statements. Iterative statements are like for loop and while loop. Why we use for loop and while loop? For loop, when we know how many times loop will be executed when we use for loop. Like what we do is we don't know, like the loop is nothing but execution of a code for repetition of code. It is not execution, it is repetition of code. Before getting into loops, let's get to know what are loops. We can run a single statement of code or a set of statements repeatedly by using a loop command. By using loop command, we can repeat a single statement of code, or we can repeat the whole some 100 lines of code by using a loop command. We have two types of loops here, for loop whereas while loop. In for loop, what we do is this type of loop will execute the code or the block of multiple times, and it manages the loops variable. To make it simple, for in for loop, what it do is it will execute a block of code or a lines of code, like it executes it for multiple times, which is managed by the variable. The code which is managed by the variable can be executed multiple times to get the desired result. In while loop, what it happens is that it repeats a statement or a group of statements while a given condition is true. Like it will test the conditions. In while loop, what it do is it will test the conditions whether the given condition is true or false. Guys, why you are exiting? Because it's really annoying for me. In while loop, what we do is we will be repeating the statement or the group of statements or code while a given condition is true. It tests the condition before executing the body of the loop. Let's see it practically how it. Let's see practically how it's executed. For example, let's take a condition statement where example for loop. Example for loop is user input equals to int input enter number. For number in range 1 to 1, 11, where print user's input into number. Let's see this code. We can use it multiple times. Even it can be used while correction of these kind of what kind of a real life example. Let's go with this correction of government test exams, like multiple choice exams. Giving a code for it and giving a loop value, it will be executed. What we want is we have to change these things before executing the code. Where is my code? It's here. One more brace is there. Next, you want to run this module. Maybe it shows indent. Yeah. Wants to run this. Let's enter a number like 4, enter. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36 and 40. Why it has printed like this? You'll be getting that. What it do is we will be giving it will we have given an input number as 4 for that number in range 1 to 1 comma 11. I set user input into number. I want to get user input into that number, like 1 into 4, 2 into 4, 3 into 4. This is how we get the fourth table there. Now let's take some other number to be executed. I'll be taking some 64. Enter. See this. 64 ones are 64, 64 twos are 128, 64 threes are 192. This is how we get printed. We'll show. Next, again I'll be running. Let's see what happens if we enter a float number 45.75. Enter. See this. What it is showing? Invalid literal for int with base of 10, because it will not allow any kind of, already we have mentioned that, right? Only integers are allowed. So it will not enter any kind of float or some kind of complex numbers, or any kind of string values also it will not allow. Let's run once again and let's see. Let me run the code with some 65, not 65. Let's take a big number 9897865 and enter. See this. This is what we get. Even though if you give 100 characters of number, it will be doing the same code. It will be implementing many number of times. This is called for loop. When it comes to while loop, let's take password equals to learning code, where input password, input enter password, while password equals to input password, then input password equals to input of entered password, else print unlocked. If the input, what he is telling is nothing there in that sentences, that lastly it is telling that if the entered password is correct, is matched with this password, just print unlock. This is what it is telling. Let me will be always checking before we execute this. Looping statements will be checking, like while loop will be checking always. Password equals to learn code, input password Let's hit on run. Yeah, it is. It should be here. I'll be entering password as ASTG. 1, 2, 3, 4. Enter. Let me see this. What I have entered password. Learn coding. If I add ABCD 1, 2, 3, and we run this code. I have got the password. I was stuck with this code. Just a minute, guys. Okay, it was already. Let me try this as a password. And this 1, 2, 3. This code is not working, I think. I'll be entering password. There's some bug issue with this code, guys. I'll be sorting it out. Enter. Let me run this. I think it was resolved. It haven't resolved, guys. There's some issue with this code. I'll be telling you this topic later because there is a little issue with this code. So let's get into another topic, that is transfer statements. These are also control flow statements, that is break, continue, pass. where let me tell you about this break, continue and pass statement. When getting into the pass statement, the pass statement is used when the statement is syntactically necessary but no code is to be executed. Where pass statement is used when it is necessary syntactically. In program it will be used but no code will be executed. Here you can see the simplest definition here. The past statement is used as a placeholder for future code. We'll use past because we don't want to write any code here. We'll just use it for the future use. This is what this code is telling. If, for example, let's take it. I'll be telling you this while loop coding tomorrow because I was literally not getting the code. We'll be using this pass statement for displaying, for just not to display anything. And we'll be reserving place for the future use. This is why we use pass. It will not display any kind of code. There's something. It is. Okay. You can see here it haven't displayed any kind of error or any kind of code, because if we write like this, just a minute, without writing any print statement we can end code by using pass. If we remove this pass statement, let's see what it happens if we run the code. You can see here it is showing. Yeah, okay, I'll be taking all these lines. Again, we'll be running this code. You can see here it is saying that it is showing some kind of error. This is how it happens when we don't write any kind of print statement for any of the code. We can use pass statement instead for using the particular code for the future use. This is why we use pass statement. Next, why we use continue statement. Just to make it simple, I'll be telling it in a single line that we'll use this continue command to skip the current iteration of loops. Just to skip the current iteration of loops. Just you can see here, Python continue statement is a loop control statement that forces to execute the next iteration of loop while skipping the rest of the code inside the loop for the current iteration only. For current iteration, what it will do is it will skip the rest of the code. So the looping will be skipped. Let's execute this code for clear understanding. Okay. I want to enter. I want to say we have done this with for loop, right? This is how I want to print only number, which is um, which is divisible by 2. Let's run this. We are getting only 10 because why we get this 10 is it will be stopping at some extent. Like we want the range of 11 to 1 to 11, right? Let me print with I want to or else print number we said. If a number in range 1 comma 11, the number should be lies between 1 to 11, where if the number is divisible by 2, that double equals to 0. So we use continue statement to stop looping. In for loop, what we get by using this code is we'll be getting, if we enter any kind of number, we'll be getting printed up to some 10 statements, right? Uh, like if we take 4 table, 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8, 4 threes are 12, like that it will be printed, right? That's how it will be reducing the code. It will be skipping the statements. That's how it takes. Next, break statement. Why we use break statements? This command terminates. What will it do? It will terminate the or loops execution and transfers the program control to the statement next to the loop. What it will do is it will terminate the loop and transfer the program to the next loop. Let's check the code. Sorry guys, we'll be talking about module in the next class. This is the last topic of the day. The break statement in Python terminates the current loop and resumes the execution at the next statement. It will terminate the current loop and it will be executing in the next statement. We can see this code just by executing it. We'll be running this code. What happened? In block. start this. You can see here it terminates the execution. This is how the break statement will work. You got this right? This is how the break statement will work. And this is all for today. If you have any doubts, just ping me in that message box. I'll be telling you tomorrow. This is all for today. Let's discuss in tomorrow's class. So guys, you can leave. Class is over for today. Class is completed, so you can leave.